haven't been out to see these chickens in a while. These are the first batch of chicks that we hatched, so they're probably 6 weeks old. Well, you can see a little bantam there. That's pretty funny. Anyhow, they are looking good in here. You can definitely tell who's the bigger roosters and who's the smaller hens. Our roosters get big fast. Oh, look how beautiful that one is. Oh, I love that. Hi. Hi, Chicky. You're a hen, I can tell. Marius just got home. He's like, is your goat loose on purpose or... No, goat is not loose on purpose. I figured though, if they did get off of these, it wouldn't be very far before they got tangled up. And come on, goatie. Next round of chicks. So cute in the incubator. Well, not in the incubator, in the brooder. This one is fairly freshly hatched and still fluffing up. We got 31. We did lose 2. There's still some more hatching, and there's 2 quail hatching. 2 quail hatched and more hatching. There's some pretty brown ones. I don't think there was so many brown ones last time. The brooder is right by the milk fridge. I can't tell you how many times a day we go down for more milk. Like, we went down for milk first thing this morning, and then when I was done milking, Mac went down for milk again. He had only brought up a half gallon milk, and between when we got up to when I was done milking, we already were through a half gallon of milk. This is goat's milk. We already went through a quart of goat's milk today, apparently, and we're on to another jar of it. We've got extra people and extra kids, so we're gonna eat outside. We just put it out on here. I got rice cooked in broth. Venison backstrap
and salad
and a salad, and we're gonna keep the mess outside. And paper plates, because why not? We planted our carrots and onions. Are you eating? You got your plate? Nummy. That's a cute baby you got.
Are you cute baby?
It's not mine.
For dessert, we had meringues and a sour cherry ice cream. You're going to have to be patient to wait for these recipes though. Why are you packing a bag, Freya?
Fishing.
Where are you going?
Fishing.
To do what?
To fish. Catch a crab.
Are you a little excited?
I'm more excited for crab.
How about you?
I still think this is an awful prank somehow.
Your bag's packed and Dad's packing up the Suburban and you still think it's a prank?
Yes, somehow I think it's an awful prank.
No, you're going offshore fishing!
No, I'm going on a boat.
It's called offshore. First bouquet of the year, we've got oregano, mint, and thyme. I bought these starts for my perennial herb garden, and they'll do a lot better if you cut them back, so they're putting more effort into their roots. Lucky for us, we have all these fresh herbs. Some will be for cooking, mint will probably be for iced tea. And until then, we can enjoy it on the windowsill.
Mama, could I pick the rose for if it doesn't bloom? Mom! Are you sorry?
Marius invited his dad along on the fishing trip too. Oh, you have your bathing suit? Yeah. And he's just really excited. Yeah, you got your suit, you got all your things. Yeah. It's just about nap time. Oh, yeah. He's very excited to be able to bring his dad on something like this and treat his dad to this. And I'm excited for him. Tonight, I just have to feed the calves. The kids topped up all the poultry, and a friend of mine is coming to milk the cow and the goat. I could put the babies to bed and leave a baby monitor on and go and do it. But I have friends who come and milk, so I just asked if they could come these 2 nights. Because it's Monday night, and then they'll be back really late tomorrow night. So in the morning, Tuesday's an office day for me anyways. And so I just asked my mother-in-law if she could come a little earlier for me to milk before she then takes care of the babies and I'm in my office. So that's how we're figuring that out. Is Bubba coming tomorrow? Also, this is one of my favorite shirts. I guess that's your bathing suit. WWMID. What would Ma Ingalls do? That's your soother too. Is that your favorite one? Mm-hmm. I forgot to ask the kids to lock the dairy babies up in the dog run today. That is an epic dead nap, Olive. Yeah. Where are you? Anyways, I noticed they're up here, so I'm just gonna lock them in. Come on, Ro. Because then I can let the big cows, big milkers, big dairy girls into this little pen, which is normally just the calf pen, so they can eat down in here because it's nice in here and the babies are not gonna make a dent. We called this the dog run because it technically is a dog run, but our dogs can just get out of it. So, yeah, cows poop. Should we go let Clover in here?
I'm just scared of Clover.
Oh, I won't let her anywhere near you. My husband likes to make gates so tight that I can't hardly open them. He says this is on purpose because then kids can't open them and they can't then leave them open. They do loosen over the time. So here's what I do. See if I can film this one-handed. Butt your shoulder up against the fence post and then pull in towards yourself. And this way you can usually loosen it off enough, then we can let go. And the same works for closing them. And then where they are now is well eaten down. So I'm gonna chase them out of here and lock them out of here so that this grass can grow back and we can get them to eat up there. Nice.
I don't want to step in cow poo.
Well, then don't step in cow poo.
Cow poo's just so gone.
Of course, we're out here in our bare feet, but we don't have ticks really, or snakes, or poisonous spiders. This is our poop lagoon. I think I've told you guys about this before. It's a redneck septic system. It's legit, but instead of like a septic field, you have a pond. So it's all fenced off here. My feet got a little dirty. Look at that, good as new. Did it take way longer to move cows with babies? Yeah, sure did. We had fun.
Oh, I just stepped in bed.
So they're closed out of there, but they can still go up the laneway to get to over there. Beautiful dandelion. I love watching babies discover puddles. So, Amos is gonna have a nap soon, and Rowan could watch a cartoon if I wanted. And then they go to bed at 7. So then I have a couple hours. And then tomorrow I work till 2, but then Amos has an afternoon nap usually, unless he naps mid-morning to mid-afternoon, which also happens. Or, woo, I'm on the trampoline. And then tomorrow night they go to bed early and everybody else isn't home till late. So if you had this sort of free time, would you read or watch your favorite show? Or should I be weeding in the garden? I don't really have any planting. It is supposed to be sunny today and tomorrow. So I'm thinking afternoon nap today I should weed. Hey Rowan, you can use real words, thank you. Or would you like declutter cupboards? What would you do if you had this free time? We're using free time loosely because I still do have 2 small children. I'm thinking this afternoon I weed so that weeds can get baked while it's sunny. And then probably this evening I'll just read. It's so nice to read a book. I love reading. I can read while they're awake too. Like sitting on the trampoline here, I'm just reading while they play on the trampoline. So there's lots of just like little weeds coming up. So because it's gonna be sunny, all I'm doing is scuffing up to expose the roots, and then the sun will kill these weeds. It's easier to weed before there's really weeds to weed. I love to use these Tupperware pitchers for loose leaf tea because I can just put all my tea leaves, everything in there. One's hibiscus, one's mint, and then they have this strainer that sits on top so that sometimes little bits, tiny bits get through, but the most of it doesn't, and it makes it so much easier to make loose leaf iced tea.
You don't like it?
Good enough, Dee.
Sure.
I would have
Takes a
kept
little
this
bit
for
of
myself, but it's decent.
Oh, yeah.
Get going! Oh, color! We got color! Holy!
Okay, stop right there, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want me to bring
Back
that
on
rod
up, please.
Oh, yeah, you're saying.
Oh!
Want me to grab the rod again, please?
Oh, not yet.
It's Tuesday afternoon. We don't have any cell service or home phone or internet right now. It's a little eerie. So I'm home alone with the babies, and I have no way to get a hold of anybody if I needed to. My mother-in-law just left because I was working in my office, and I was like, well, I can't work in my office anymore. She went home. She went to a tiny town like 15 minutes away to get gas, because also in town this morning, one gas station is out of service because they're redoing their tanks. One gas station ran out of fuel. The other one ran out of regular, and they only had Supreme left. But when they only have Supreme left, they sell it for regular price. Anyhow, my sister-in-law was waiting in line up. Like, please don't run out of fuel before I get my tanks filled. She got her tanks filled. So my mother-in-law's like, you know, I'm gonna go to this other little town and fill up. She went to fill up. She only had her debit card. Internet's out, there's no debit machines. So she drove back and was like, do you have any cash on you that I can go? Yes, of course. Always keep some cash on you. Basic preparedness. Anyhow, I have vehicles. If something happened, I could throw babies in their car seats and we could go to a neighbor, to town, to whatever. Anyhow, just one of those weird things that you realize you have no other way to communicate with someone when you don't have those. Rowan usually watches a show while Amos naps because she's kind of hit and miss on naps, so she's a little unimpressed with that right now. Service just came back and I managed to send one text message, and then I was going to send a text message I sent to my mother-in-law, and then I was going to send to Marius because he's still away, being like, service is shoddy right now if you can't get hold of me, and it's not going through. So very briefly we had service back, now it's gone again. Trying a couple troubleshooting things, I decided I'm just not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to enjoy being without internet or phone for the day, and I'm going to work on some cooking. Also, I'm going to open the door wide open because it's beautiful out. Although, being Tuesday, I would normally be editing and uploading a video to have for you guys for Wednesday morning, so you may be getting your Wednesday video late this week.
Lots of mountain on top. That's me.
But what was really funny is I have the gate locked, like padlocked, because we're still dealing with that crazy livestock hauler, if you guys remember. And she was kind of saying she was going to be coming by to collect money when she's trying to collect money that's not due to her. And she's doing illegal things. Anyhow, I padlocked the gate since my husband's not home. Actually, even when he was home, we padlocked it overnight. So my mother-in-law, I had padlocked it after she left. So she's like 65. She climbed the gate to get in. She was like, that was quite the gate to climb. And I was like, you probably could have just stood by the gate and waved and the dog would have started barking. And then I would have been like, why is the dog barking? And gone to see. She was like, yeah, I didn't know if maybe you were laying down with Rowan or something. And I was like, that's cute. And I love that you think I would maybe be having an afternoon rest, but no, I'm boogieing and doing stuff while Amos naps. Once Amos wakes up, then I will lay on the couch and read my book while he messes around and such, because it's hard to do things with a 1-year-old. But I can read.
Yeah, one of the trash was stolen.
Yeah, but I wonder, why didn't they take the boot?
Because it's got his name and information on it.
Oh, we got
Oh, Freya, look!
There's a couple big ones.
Look, Freya.
Hey, a starfish was in there.
Oh, yeah.
There was a starfish in there.
I trapped that poach too.
This one?
Looks like it.
Oh.
Amos. Amos.
Hey, Mom,
What are you trying to find?
I'm trying to find a worm. Oh, a worm. Oh, worms. Yes, worms.
Phone cell service is working now, but not data or Wi-Fi. So I was texting with a friend who works in town, and she says from Burns Lake to Prince Rupert, which is like 7-8 hour stretch of highway that we're in there, that there's like that's what's affected from Burns Lake to Prince Rupert, which that's crazy. There's been a lot of flooding from the rivers. Her guess is maybe the flooding took a tower down or something. But that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Rowan and I's dinner, we have a salad, these local greens, a cucumber, cheese, and a salad dressing that I made. You ready to eat? And venison backstrap leftovers that we warmed up. You ready to eat? Tethering the goats has been working really well. Oh, except for you just got yourself twisted up. You were just fine. Then I had to go and say it was going well. We bring them out after morning milking. We bring them back before evening milking, move them around some. They're honestly hardly making a dent, but it's been an awesome way to get them grazing without having to have more goat-proof fences. Because the thing about those horns, they go through a fence like a barbed hook. Their head goes through, but it don't come back out. I didn't collect eggs this morning or last night. Kids collected them yesterday morning. So it was like a day and a half worth of eggs here. We sell a good few eggs and then we just eat lots of eggs. I've also started freeze drying eggs, and I'm debating if I water glass eggs this year or just freeze dry them. My toxic trait is never remembering to bring an egg bucket or basket out. I brought scraps out in the Instant Pot. Now we're just bringing the eggs back in it.